Welcome back. Through HomeownerTalkTV.com, we ask our viewers to send in questions. This week, we have a question from a viewer named Jim who was asking a question about NRS 444.065. And Jim asks, I would like to know more about NRS 444.065 regarding swimming pools. An HOA expert told me that private pools do not fall under the health department's jurisdiction, and it was not meant to include HOAs. My association takes the position that it can be defined as a private club since membership is exclusive and CC&Rs enable the HOAs to deny usage for various reasons. The HOA expert thinks HOA pools should be private. John, who's correct?
Well, first, a very astute question. Jim, thank you very much for not just watching, but posing a great question. And I hate to digress before I even answer that question, but pools have received a lot of attention lately. We have the federal law, the Virginia Graham-Baker Act, that caused most associations in the Valley to renovate their pools. And now we had this new bill that went through in the 2009 legislative session. And what it did is it added another exception to the rule for what is a public swimming pool. And I certainly understand the sentiment of our associations, especially those gated communities that have swimming pool facilities, and you want to say, well, our pool's private because it's on private property. In order to use the pool, you have to be a member or you have to be accompanied by a member. We pay to maintain and upkeep it. Certainly, it's not a public swimming pool, but unfortunately, by the definition of NRS 444.065, the first subsection defines a public swimming pool and does include, and would by that definition include, homeowner association pools. So if we don't get an exception to the rule, then we fall under the general rule, which says yes. And the key being, if we fall under the general rule, then the Southern Nevada Health District would control, and any of the restrictions, requirements, and that means cost, would be the association has to meet that. So unfortunately, yes, at the last session, there was a specific new provision that said that a privately owned pool that was exclusive to private clubs would be an exception. And I know that when the bill first came out, and many people were excited, thinking, "See, we're a private club. We don't have to be part of this." But unfortunately, the Southern Nevada Health District's position is not that. In fact, I'm not aware. I know the question said, "Well, a homeowner association expert." I'm always curious who those are because I'm not sure what that means, except to say that right now, the term private club is being deemed to be like a Las Vegas country club or some other country club where an individual, to be a member of the club, pays a fee to be a part of that. In a homeowners association, you don't pay a fee to be a member. You buy a property, and by the very nature of ownership, you're a member of the association. You can't pass or play. You're a member. You pay assessments, but you don't pay like a fee to acquire the membership. It's attached to your acquisition of the property. Whereas in a country club, you pay a private membership fee to acquire the right to use the pool and to be able to be a member. So I can just tell you, David, at this juncture, we're advising our clients that under the current definition, you're probably still a public swimming pool. Now, obviously, some association somewhere is going to say, okay, we're going to test the case, and I'd love to have the opportunity, but until that happens, I think associations should be very cautious.
What should, or do you see the legislature in 2011 clarifying that? Is there
actually
a push for it? I mean, what's your feeling on it?
I think associations would like it clarified. I don't know that there's a legislative body that wants it altered, but I can tell you right now that there are members in homeowner associations like Jim, who are a very conscientious fellow who'd like to have this modified because it would save money for the association, quite frankly. So it's something we'll have to look at for 2011.
Yeah, it just needs to get some traction and then see what happens. So
yeah.
We'll see. That was an excellent question, and we encourage all of you, please, to ask us more questions through our website, HomeownerTalkTV.com. Now, we'd like to share some information about the Community Associations Institute. This is a national organization with the sole mission of making life better within community associations. They strive to make neighborhoods more vibrant and harmonious and just a more pleasant place to live.
You know, the Nevada chapter is one of the largest and most active in the country. It works with volunteer leaders and professionals to serve their educational, business, and networking needs. Our own local chapter, which Dave and I are a part, is continually hosting events that could benefit our viewers. CAI has terrific monthly events here in town. And to learn more about upcoming events, be sure and check out the Homeowner Talk website at homeownertalktv.com for a list of CAI events, a schedule, and more information about the chapter.
Yeah, CAI it's a vital organization to belong to. You learn a lot from it, and just to be around people in the same industry is always beneficial.
Amen.
Well, thanks, John.
No problem.
We would like to thank our guests today, Mark Coleman and Susan Bauman, both of Western Risk Insurance.
And that's all for this edition of Homeowner Talk. Again, we'd like to thank our partners, Alliance Association Financial Services, Classic Landscapes LLC, Nevada Association Services, and Western Risk Insurance. Join us next month for our discussion on banking. Remember, you can always find information about this program. You can also drop us a line at homeownertalktv.com. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time on Homeowner Talk.